It's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. I'm a UK-based independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you for joining me again today. Today I have the cutest little project for you, which is inspired by a project I saw fellow demonstrator Cindy Hennig, I may well not have pronounced that surname correctly, who is one of our European demonstrators on mainland Europe. And it's just gorgeous. I have done my own little twist on it. It's not a straight lift, but I did want Cindy to get some credit for it. So I'm using the Subtle 6x6 Designer Series paper. I am also using a sentiment from the Welcome Easter set, but this is basically a punch art project. And the punches I am using are the medium daisy, the large daisy, and the balloon punch. So this is the one that has 2 balloons on it. And I've already punched because I needed to do the punching for my sample. But let me show it to you. Isn't that the cutest little thing? Can you see those ears? They are gorgeous. So this is a little Easter card. I have added some of the pom-poms. I know they're not orderable at the moment. So the assorted pom-poms, if you have any in stock, it's quite a fun way to use them up, particularly obviously the little white ones. I just thought it was so cute. So let me show you how it's made, because it is really quick, really simple. Would be great if you've got children at home and you need to sit them down with something to do. You can do all the punching and just get them to put them together, and it would just be an adorable little project for them to do. So each time you punch, you obviously get 2 balloons, one large, one small, and I've switched obviously the colours. And I've then, from the daisy punches, I've just cut them into quarters, and I've literally just cut across the half and then across the quarter. So you can actually, from one of each of the daisy punches, get 4 sets of bunny ears. Now I am just going to grab my sponge daubers just to see if I can make the bunny ears just a tiny little bit more prominent. I'm just going to see if I can find my my right sponge daubers. That's my Pool Party, which is the blue, and my So Saffron, which is the yellow. So now I just need to get my So Saffron ink, because I've already got my Pool Party out. So what I'm thinking I can do, I may already have enough ink on this. So the rabbit behind the yellow egg this time is going to be the large one, and I do already have enough ink on. So I'm literally just adding a little bit of ink round the edge of the ears, just so that they stand out against the white note card, because this is just one of our note cards and envelopes. So that should just be a little bit easier to see. And then I'll do a small Pool Party. And this I think I might need to re-ink. So let me grab my Pool Party ink pad and just add a bit more ink onto my sponge dauber. That's a bit better. You don't need much, just a tiny weeny bit, just to make it a little bit easier for those ears to be seen. Okay, so those are those done. To make the eggs, you literally just need to grab your paper snips and take the little bit off the end of the balloon, and you have your egg. So very simple. And obviously if you've got any other papers that you want to use up, just little scraps, it's a great way of using up your scrap papers, if they're sort of appropriate as eggs, whatever an appropriate colour is or pattern is for an egg. Right, Pool Party ink, fluff, my Happy Easter stamp, ink that up, just 3 gentle taps, then just check that you've got enough ink. And there is my crease, and I'm just going to the bottom right hand corner, and there we go. So while I'm finishing this off, quick bit of news from me and the UK. So for some reason, I had a sneaking suspicion yesterday that we were going to get some interesting news at some point in the very near future, which would have meant that we couldn't go out, so that we were going to go into lockdown. We nearly are in lockdown. We've got what I would only describe, I think, as a relaxed lockdown, which, if people are sensible, hopefully will have the desired effect. If they go mad again and all go rushing out and about, then I would imagine we're going to get a more stringent lockdown. But at the moment, we're not really meant to go out other than for necessities, and that's basically food shopping and medical supplies. Or if you've got a disaster at home and you need to get something to fix your house, those sorts of things. We're allowed to go out to take some exercise, but we can only go out with either household members or no more than 2 of you going out together, and then you have to do social distancing. So it's been an interesting day. But anyway, I had wondered if something like this was on its way. So fortunately, I did. We've got a strip of land in front of our house, which I've got a lavender bed on, and it's had that, it's been neglected over the winter, and we've had a fairly warm but wet winter, so the weeds have rather taken over. So I spent yesterday and the day before clearing the weeds out of the bed. It is a very long, thin bed, but they are now cleared, and I also gave the shrubs that have been covering our only 2 windows to the outside. All our other windows are inward facing onto our property. So the shrubs were covering the windows, as in almost completely blocking out the light. So I've uncovered those. I gave them a very, very severe haircut, which hopefully will see them through, because I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to go out onto that part of our garden. So I'm rather pleased that I have already done that. So I'm just putting glue dots down where I want my little pom-poms. So this one's glued straight down onto the card. This one I've popped up, and then the pom-poms fit really nicely onto the glue dot. Just give them a good press so that it properly sticks. And that is your card done. Now, I've still got enough to make 2 more large and 2 more small bunnies. So that would be easy enough to do just with 1 punch out of 2 bits of, so 2 more punches of coloured cardstock, and they're done. So how cute are those? Thank you very much, Cindy, for the inspiration for that. I think I do prefer the one with the inked edges, so that the ears stick out a bit better, or stand up a bit better against the background. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Do remember, if you don't already subscribe, you can do so by clicking the button in the bottom right hand corner. I am planning to do some YouTube lives. I need to just finalise a few details of that so I can put a timetable out. I will also be doing some Facebook lives, mostly on my business page, but also in my community page. And there's a link to that below in the description bar. It's the Old Stables Crafty Hangout. You're very welcome to join that. You just apply, and I will pretty instantly approve. Just remember that I'm in the UK, so if you apply at 2 o'clock in the morning UK time, I may not instantly approve because I should be asleep. But yes, so I'll be doing some there as well. I want to reach out to as many people as possible and try and bring a bit of a smile to people, just by doing a bit of crafting, because crafting is actually very good for your mental well-being. So it's a perfect time. And if you're in the UK, certainly as things stand at the moment, we are getting UPS deliveries, and the German warehouse, which is where all our stock comes from, is shipping really quickly at the moment. I put in an order 2 days ago, and it should arrive any day now. It's arriving much faster than it would normally. I put in the order one day, and it was filled, ready to be shipped out the following day. So things are really shifting very quickly. I think people have been holding off ordering for a little bit. So do remember that Celebration is still around. So if you do wish to support my business and order, if you do so at the moment and your order is at least £45, you will qualify for a Celebration item, including the new third release stuff. Details of that over on my website, which is linked below. Thank you very much indeed. Any questions, comments, please leave them in the below the description bar or over on my website. I am very behind in answering them and I apologise. I'm trying to get lots of stuff sorted out. I'm on the parish council for the village, so we've had a few things on our minds. I spent quite a lot of today closing playgrounds because we are not allowed to have those open anymore. So there's been quite a lot on, but thank you very much indeed. If you've enjoyed that, please give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.